What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Pam, and today we have another garden vlog, and today is the big day. We're putting the peppers in, we're putting the tomatoes in, I'm putting in as many things as I can. I'm gonna go until I drop. This is all I have to do today, and I've already given away pretty much all the plants that my friends claimed and everything, so some of these have dried out and look a little crappy. They might get composted, but for the most part, I've got all these beautiful, healthy tomato plants that I need to get in the ground. And today I'm going to be working on that bed that you guys saw me put together before, except today I'm going to make some use of it a little earlier than I planned. So the idea is that I'm going to divide the bed into two mounds with a walkway down the middle of it, and I am going to build those mounds up. I got more compost and some more Promix, and went heavy on the compost too. I got a lot of that and just one bale of Promix. And so I'm going to try to mound them up, and I'm also going to make sure that I put a good shovel through the cardboard membrane that's underneath, just so that the roots can freely get down into that, just in case the cardboard hasn't totally broken down. And I'm going to do that by using a garden fork and just try to loosen the soil, which is a no-dig technique. It's when you just put a garden fork or something like it into the soil, and then you just sort of pull it back just enough to loosen things up, and you'll see me do it in a little bit. So, but first I have to water all these plants because they're all in cups and pots, and it's been 2 days since the rain, so they are, of course, quite dry. Quite dry, so I'm gonna get on that. This is the garden fork that I have. It's not, I don't think it's the right one, but it's the one I have, so it's the one we're using. Take you over here to where we're gonna be working today in this garden bed. So I have a stack here of Coast of Maine compost. Good stuff. So the idea right now is that I'm going to loosen up the soil and split these beds up into mounds. First, I'm going to have to push some of the straw away. It's going to be a whole pain in the ass, but it's fine. Gardening is like 50% pain in the ass. Okay, so you can see all of the nice dark soil that's down in here. Hopefully it's not too overexposed, but this is what I put down a couple weeks ago. It's been breaking down. There's a layer of cardboard underneath it, and now what I'm going to do is trench up the dirt and the soil and compost here, so that I have something to plant the tomatoes in. They'll have lots of rich and loose soil to grow down into, and I've just loosened the what was once the grass underneath, so that they'll have the ability to grow down into the soil and hopefully be very strong, well-anchored plants. Fingers crossed. It is hot out here. Okay, so you can see that I kind of built up almost like raised bed walls with the straw mulch that was already here. And then I filled it up level with the Promix and compost. And now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And I have some more straw in there so that I can replace the top covering mulch that will keep it moist. But I think this basically gave me the same amount of raised bed as that raised bed over there. And the roots will have the freedom to go straight into the ground, whereas that bed, they don't necessarily have that because they air prune, at least on the sides. So this should give me lots more root spread, healthier plants, less watering to do. At least that is the goal. Okay, there we go. Clearly more Promix on top of that one. I'll have to mix it a little better. But we got both rows in. So now I can finally start planting. So I ended up splitting 3 bags of compost between the 2 of them. I worked it down about 6 inches. Sorry if the wind sucks. And hopefully that will be enough to make sure that I'm not like overloading the plants with compost, but I think it should work out okay. So I'm not going to do any additional amending when I plant. So we will find out, friends. I'm going to go eat some lunch before I finish this. Okay, so garden bed is done. I am here with the best friends. You can't really see Duncan, but he's right here being lovingly caressed by Jack. So I thought I would show you guys a real quick P.O. box unboxing because I've gotten a bunch of stuff over the last, well, one of them was in the box for a very long time. Turns out that they don't inform delivery you every time there is a delivery to inform you about. So I had one sit there for a very long time. So I'll show you that one first, and you're gonna laugh at the packaging because you'll know how long it was sitting there. So this is actually from Maddie and Jillian over at the Two Girls One Plant podcast. And they reached out to me a while back and they said that they wanted to send me something for being supportive of the show in their first year, which I told them was entirely unnecessary, but they drew a mushroom for me. I love that. So that's super sweet. What a nice thing to do. And they sent me this very cool and very appropriate for June sticker. And these guys are so cute. Very cute. They're very cute. Okay, so see what we got here, guys. I've been waiting so long to put this on camera so I could actually open it. Oh, very cool. It's a green witch shirt. Could it be more perfect for me? No. This is wonderful. Thank you so much, ladies. This was so nice and, like I said, entirely unnecessary because the show was wonderful and I was happy to talk about it whenever I was listening to it. And I am woefully behind on their more recent couple of episodes, so I have some stuff to listen to in the garden. So this came from Amy, from a subscriber and a planty friend on Instagram, and she wanted to send me out some sunflower seeds, so I have some cool sunflower seeds right here. These are mammoth sunflower seeds from the ones that she grew last year. She's in a townhouse, unable to grow a garden because of the HOA. That makes me so angry. Obviously, she's living vicariously through my videos, she said, and houseplants are getting her by as well.
So she says on here, and this is a great thing to mention, I'm sorry I'm unable to support your channel at this time, but I wanted to share a little something for support. None of you have to support my channel. Not whatsoever. You don't have to apologize for that. Watching my videos is like way more than I ever expected from anybody. And it's amazing. I just do the Patreon as an extra thing if people want more stuff. You know, they can pay $2 and get it, and then they can cancel it when they don't want the stuff anymore. I figured it was like a low pressure thing to offer, but I don't want anybody to ever feel like if you're not doing that, that you're somehow like supporting less or whatever. Like, not the case at all. It's an additional thing, that's all. So this is another fun one, and I did open this the other day because I knew it was coming. This actually came to my house. This was from my friend Chris, and I will bleep out her name if she doesn't want me to put her on blast here, but she actually picked me up something from The Good Grind, and it is a spice grinder for all of my spices. And this actually came with something that said, so The Good Grind, thanks for your support. Feel good about your purchase because we partnered with One Tree Planted to plant a tree for each grinder sold. And they are on Instagram at Get Good Grind. You guys want to check them out. But this came from my friend Christy, and thank you. And now I can use it because I put it on here. I gotta get back outside and plant those tomatoes. I definitely laid down, and now I don't want to get up. Okay, so this came from another subscriber and friend on Instagram, Laura, and she makes, well, I'll show you, incredibly beautiful things that I am just so excited to have something from her. Oh, look at this beautiful botanical print on the postcard. So nice. Love that. Golden spider lily. There's a very, very kind note in here. She is at Good Bug Ceramics on Etsy and on Instagram. So hers is so nice. She's been trying to do this for me for so long, and my DMs on Instagram are just, I gave up a while back. Basically what I do is I just, in the morning while I'm having my coffee, I kind of answer the top 10, like the ones that are at the top of the inbox, and then just have to go about my day. And sometimes I scroll past, like if I have some time, I'll go deeper into the inbox, and I try to clear out my message requests and everything, but it's a lot. And I'm trying to stay off my phone. Wow. Look at this beautiful, don't mind my disgusting nails, I've been outside. Wow. This beautiful drain hole. Oh, look at the little, see the little Good Bug logo there on here. This is so gorgeous. Wow. But it's so pretty. It's like an iridescent, like creamy color. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Laura. Thank you. Put it up there for you. Save myself some editing time later. That's enough of that. We got to get back outside to do things. Thank you so much if you sent me anything. And I also got 2 beautiful vintage cameras from Cody, and they sent me these these 2 beautiful cameras that they've had forever, and wanted me to have because they knew that I collected antique cameras. You know what? I'll show you one home here. Isn't that amazing? So yeah, those are just some things I picked up in the last few weeks over at the P.O. box. I have that open for business and just kind of safety reasons, and also if you guys want to write me letters and stuff, you are more than welcome. The address is always down below. Please do not feel like you need to send me things. I have a lot of stuff at my house, so I don't, you know, that's not why I got it. I just don't want to be axe murdered. You know what I'm saying? So now that we've got the mail opened, I need to get back outside because I have so much to do. I'm going to put this where it will not get knocked over by my cat.
Oh, bunny friend. I love coming out and seeing the bunny just munching on weeds and not my garden. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll know that there were more baby bunnies in the yard, and excuse me. Do y'all see this shit over here? Excuse me. Get out of my garden. What are you doing? Anyway, there were baby bunnies in my yard, and I tried my very best this time to make sure they had lots of shelter and they were safe, and I found a dead one yesterday. Not a scratch on it. I have no idea why it died. I buried it, and I'm just gonna hope that she's done having babies for the season, because I'm done being blessed with responsibility that I cannot do much about. What are y'all doing? Please don't be a dead rabbit over here. Okay, good. I feel like every time this bird's looking at something, it's a dead animal. Okay, so anyway, I have to get all these tomatoes in the ground. It's like 3 hours later. Wasn't supposed to take that long of a break, but it's fine because it's much less hot out now. Mike will be back with his daughter soon, so I'm gonna try to knock this out so that it's done by the time they get here. Okay. I think I just heard them get here. Shit.
So far, so good.
Looks really good this year.
Thank you.
Yeah, you do good.
Thank you. Filling in.
So I wanted to leave a little extra of this B-roll in so that I could show you guys something wild. Something about watching yourself on camera really shows you things that you don't notice about yourself. And if you watch me as I am potting up these tomatoes, the amount of times that I check my surroundings is like really kind of hard for me to watch. I'm not gonna lie. Here I heard something and I thought maybe it was the gate. It's just, I've watched myself garden a lot, and I've noticed this every single time that I record, and it's like watching your own trauma response play out right in front of you. It's very surreal, so I thought I'd bring you all into a little bit of that while we all watch this together. That's why I garden with a knife, kids. So tomatoes are cool that you can actually plant them right up, you know, I could even snap this stem off, which I probably will, and you can plant it all the way up to here, and it will actually grow roots out of the stem. So that will also give you a bigger root ball as well as a sturdier plant. So that's what I'm doing here. And you can see these weren't too root bound or anything, so that's good. So, tragically, once again this year, I failed to have spring radishes. They bolted on me. If we literally did not have this one day where it got to be like in the 80s, I think they would have been fine. But they bolted. All my cabbage bolted. And my spinach is also bolting. So I'm going to pull those up, pop a bonsai tomato and a pepper in there, and then I'm going to plant that hot pepper over there as well. And this is going to be a primarily pepper and things planted in between the peppers bed. These peppers do get roots on their stems a little bit up at the surface where the soil will meet like the plant, but it's not quite the same as a tomato, so you don't really want to bury the stem on these. Alright, so we got all of these tomatoes in. I need to tag them before those cups blow away and ruin my life. I'm going to tuck a few little peppers in because I'm running out of room. Got another pepper over here. I mounded up my potatoes over here, and that I went against my best judgment and put 2 King of the North peppers in that big, I think that's like an 8-gallon fabric pot. I'm hoping that that will be okay, and if not, you know, whatever, I'll just cut one down, let the other one take over. Top dressed a few things in there. You can see the dianthus is going crazy over here. This one ended up all pink, whereas the one over there has a bunch of different colors. I'll show you in a sec. Sweet William. Maybe one of y'all can tell me what's going on with those rose leaves. It's just those. I don't get it. My sweet peas are finally starting to climb. You can see them behind these pansies are going crazy. Look at that guy go, it's going. So I should have some nice sweet pea trellis action soon. I'm gonna tie up some of the stems in a little bit. Calendula popping. If you didn't know, you can eat these bolted radish pods, so that's why I let these go. Plus they have really pretty flowers. And you know, early spring, I'll take all the flowers I can get. A little sweep of the developing flower bed over here. The painted daisies are starting to pop. Bachelor buttons, these are the wild daisies. Looking great. If you've not seen my videos before, they just grow wild in my yard and I just make beds out of them with the lawnmower. And then here is that dianthus or Sweet William. It's got all kinds of different colors. And these are just yarrow that's growing right there. And then the foxgloves. Oh my god. They are so gorgeous. Look at this. I started these from seed in a milk jug 2 years ago. And they are biennials, so now I'm just getting to enjoy the blooms. Ugh, so pretty. I love it. I love it. And the sculpit is also blooming. And then progress on the flower bed I planted. They're looking a little yellow. I'm gonna hit them with some fish fertilizer. I think that's just the cold weather they had to live through. Coming together, guys. Coming together. I'm going to do some work up here in the front garden now that most of the bird action is calmed down. Squirrels are still hanging out though. So I'm working on killing grass here. Sedum and lilies. Got some irises that grow through the fence over there. And I'm going to pop some dahlias in here. So my milkweed is coming in. I tucked a little sweet pea in down there. Some more smaller dahlias here. And lots of bird poop on my hostas that I need to rinse off before I call it a day.